Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay. So today I'm continue my, I guess like a preview mode of like YieldMax ETFs using some of the option stats. So for example, I'm going to try APLY and NVDY today. So YieldMax has a lot of ETFs, but which ones are worth your money? So that's what I'm trying to figure out using this new format. So thinkorswim has a lot of interesting things to look at, but will the viewers come? So don't get attached to this just in case like this video idea fails. It's very manual and it's kind of time intensive. So by the time like this video is released, some of the data will be stale. And in fact, like today, I actually wanted to show you what kind of like the effect of like expired options would have on like the ETFs. But it might be interesting to see like the expired short calls before they get deleted. Because what I plan to do after this one, I'll probably do like the next batch of ETFs, but with the updated like February 2nd covered calls. So just a reminder, like the Sizzle Index, it measures like the option trading activity versus the 5-day average. So I think this will solve some of my problems, but it's been around for a while, so I know it's pretty accurate. And then I also want to do like some basic VAR testing. So that's basically value at risk. And this will be a slow rollout. So just out of respect for OGs like retiring dividends and max convexity, I don't want to compete against like their views because like they pretty have like Tesla and Coney triple QY, JEPI, and IWMY pretty locked up. But if they're okay with it, I guess I'll probably maybe do those like when I have the chance. But in the meantime, like there's plenty of other like YieldMax ETFs that kind of do this type of research on. So let's just go to like the platform just to show you guys what this looks like. So for example, like for Apple, I'm showing like the short call, the the long call, and then the short put over here. So as you can see on the short call, like it recently expired. This should probably be, well, let me just make sure I'm on the right one. So APLY, and APLY. Okay, so APLY one expired, pretty much worthless. So that's good. The the Apple, like the long call still has some value, so that's good. And then the short put still has some juice to squeeze since it expires, March 15th. And right now we're down some money on the position. But of course, this is just as of like this recording. So there's always a chance. So like, when I update this cover call, so if I take get rid of this guy, like there's a chance for it to kind of hit up to like the maximum, maybe like around 1.5 million. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna leave this in back in for now. And let's take a look at some of the option stats. So the implied volatility range doesn't look that good. It's like between 37 and 13. So right now it's the implied volatility is at 25. And the Sizzle Index is very telling because it's about like 0.6. So that means like over the past few days, there hasn't been as much trading volume in the options. So then also, let me just show you what the option chains for APLY looks like, just to compare. So in case you have APLY, the option chains are it's pretty weak. There's not a lot of activity, unfortunately. So this is even worse. It's like 0.15. So even against itself, it has like a very low trading volume. So let's take a look at the next guys. So let's go to the NVDY ones. So let me just go to NVDY. Okay, so we get this out of the way. Okay, so the short call, there's still some residual value in here for some reason. It's like 20 cents, but this could be like old stale data. That might have been like the last trading price. And then it's also good to see like Nvidia was kind of a beast. It still has pretty good retaining a lot of its long call value. And then for the short put as well, it's kind of like in the middle. So I think that's kind of a good sign. It's still lower than like the highs of like 33. So it's good to see like Nvidia could potentially also make some good money. And again, this is the stale option over down here. So if I get rid of that, okay, so like I guess like the profit potential, but if it goes up like 10%, another 10%, the the P&L is going to be 830. But again, this is this is like as of the time of this recording. And taking a look at the Sizzle Index, I'm a little surprised that the trading volume was below like this 5-day average. I would have expected it to like an elevated level. So like the 52-week like high and the for the implied volatility is pretty good. It's between 83 and 18%. And so right now it's kind of like sitting in the middle at 43%. So there's definitely some room for improvement. And then I've traded NVDY, like the actual option chains on like the YieldMax ETF itself. It has slightly better volume than APLY, but it's still not the greatest. So if you're in here, like just be careful. Just I would recommend just using like your standard limit orders. Like don't feel like you're pressured into getting into any positions. Like always work your orders. And the Sizzle index is a little, it's not too bad. It's 0.83, but it's still not ideal because it's still beneath like the 5-day average of the trading volume for options. And then also I kind of want to show you just like basic like stress testing, like for example on this NVIDIA position. So let's say, let's get rid of like this short call over here. Just wanted to show you kind of like the impact how, I guess if implied volatility increases or decreases. Let's just see what happens to the PL open over here. So let's just bump it up a little bit. All right, so 2%, it's not too big of an effect. It's like 10,041. As you can see, this is kind of a manual process, so it's kind of annoying. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys like what's possible to do on like different trading platforms. Yeah, this one is not that exciting to see. It's not as dramatic as like some of the other ones. And then also you can also play with like what would happen if like you do, if the stock price increases, then that's more dramatic on the actual P&L. So I just wanted to show you guys what could be possible in the future. I guess if there's enough people that are interested in seeing this kind of video, obviously let me know by actually watching it. Otherwise, if nobody watches, then what's the point of doing this? So let's just go back to PowerPoint and close this up. So okay, so I think this could be an interesting video idea. It's a little different from like some of the like the spreadsheet masters that are out there doing the analysis. I think might be a different way to kind of view things. But of course, like in case this fails, I would recommend just like having like broaden out your portfolio by having like some treasuries, dividend aristocrats, just in case I'm not around or like this video idea fails. So like as you can see, like the capital appreciation is kind of limited, and the yields won't be consistent like week to week, and that's the whole point of like this analysis to kind of show you guys like what's possible. And I'm hoping I can pick up some speed because I think this could be like really interesting, but of course there's no guarantees here. So if you like this type of content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with people that you care about. This way, I guess this could potentially be helpful for high yield investors. So if you can help me beat the algorithm, I would really appreciate it. So thank you for watching. Hope you make some good money out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.